Let's take a moment and toast to authentic whiskey. Let's toast to Johnny Walker, the original taste of whiskey. Since 1820, Johnny Walker has remained the world's #1 Scotch whiskey and has won numerous awards for excellence. This because Johnny Walker comes from an intricate blend of a wide spectrum of carefully selected flavors, giving it that unique taste, savored by millions all over the world. So let's toast to the unquestionable taste of whiskey. Johnny Walker, the whiskey the world knows best. Johnny Walker, keep walking. Drink responsibly, not for sale to persons under 18 years and pregnant women. Okay, you had something on your tongue.
No, I was just going to say that, so correct, that unless the lion finds somebody to tell its story, the tales of hunting will always glorify the hunter.
Thank you. So, good. So we've got elections in a few days, and we've got these two gentlemen here. They are better known than you, Prof. A+ and what? Tell me.
I have never professed to be better than you. So that's fine. I've never professed to be better than anybody.
How many followers do you have on
Twitter?
On Twitter?
I have 180,000 followers on Twitter.
And on Facebook?
My Facebook account is dormant, but I have over 47,000 on Instagram. But I'm more active on Twitter.
A+.
Yeah,
how many followers do you have on?
I have, I think, the third highest following on the profile. I think it's Shatawale, Kofi Aduma, and myself. It used to be Manasseh. Manasseh has 58 still. I have 62,000 on a profile on Facebook, not on a page. On a page, people buy following. You can just pay and give. But on a profile, it's people who want to add you as friends, and then when they come and they say you have hit your limit.
Is this on FB?
Yes, on Facebook. And I am not like Abeiku. Abeiku wants to restrict his audience. He wants a certain people with a certain mindset. Me, I want to talk to everybody, anybody. I think that anybody matters.
And you're looking forward to vote on Wednesday.
Yes,
both of you. Hopefully your name, are you on, were you on the special voters list, Abeiku?
No.
No, okay. No. Hopefully your name should be in the register.
Sure.
Where do you vote, Abeiku?
Lejo Kuku.
Lejo Kuku. And what about you, A+?
Where strong men vote, Kumasi Ashtown. That's
all right. And Abeiku, you've thrown your weight behind President Mahama, correct?
Sure.
Why is that?
Well, thank you. I take this opportunity to appreciate this invitation act. President Mahama is the finest gentleman, cut, molded, shaped, polished politician we have in the country. He has gone through the various stages of politics as assemblyman, from assemblyman, serving his community. He has represented his people at the various levels of our democratic process. Then a member of parliament 3 consecutive times. Then again, even in parliament, he was a deputy minister. He became a substantive minister. Then from there, even when the ECOWAS parliament needed some parliamentarians to serve, he was one of the few guys who was mentioned but declined to serve his community, so he decided to stay. After that, he got the opportunity to run as a running mate to the late Professor Mills. He became a vice president. From vice president, he has become the president. For me, we say experience is the best teacher. He has been through it all. So he knows how it is to deal with people at the various levels of operation, of governance. And that is what it's supposed to be. I was reading a book and I realized that all the great leaders who have emerged were mentored. Obama was mentored by Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson was mentored by the Kennedys. Then they came from Condoleezza Rice to Bush and the Bush senior, even Boris Yeltsin mentoring Vladimir Putin and the rest. Even if you go into the Bible, Silas mentored Paul, who became a great apostle. So before one will emerge as a leader, you need to sit under the feet and the tutelage of great people to bring you up, so that when you attain that feat, you know how you manage your affairs. And for me, that is the trump card of President Mahama: his affable nature, his humility, his respect, and again, he's a peaceful maker. He brings people together. Politics, as you know, people will have divergent views, but unity in diversity. At the end of the day, a house that is divided cannot stand. And we have seen that this is the persona of President Mahama, and where Ghana has come from, where we are coming from, unstable government through military, dictatorship, until the dawn of the new democracy we enjoy 24 years ago. We need to progress and continue this country in that stable manner, have that kind of leaders who will bring this country together, inspire. We have a lot of challenges, tribal, ethnocentric, difficult challenges. So you need somebody who is a breather, a unifier, who can bring everybody together. So we have seen the persona of President Mahama. Fortunately, Ghanaians have seen the vision that he has. In just 2.5 years, getting to 3 years, we have seen major infrastructure.
4 years, actually.
Yeah, 4 years. Major infrastructure
4 years as president.
Transformation in this country, unprecedented. These were things that were not there before, and he has done within the short period that Ghanaians gave him the mandate as the president of this country. Okay. So I am of no doubt and fear that come next week, Wednesday 7th December, Ghanaians will go out and vote in their numbers for President John Dramani Mahama on the number 3 on the ballot, to continue the good works that he's doing. All right, whoever wants to come after President Mahama will not have much work to do, because all the jobs have been done. The roads have been constructed, the facilities have been built. So what are you going to do? President Mahama has done the job. So we need him to continue.
So you think that Nana Akufo-Addo is the man to vote for on Wednesday, correct?
Yes, I think that Nana is the man to vote for. Even if I had to change my mind, listening to Abeiku Santana, I don't know if he was sanctioned by the NDC communications team to be here, but listening to him. But
he doesn't need to. Do you need to be sanctioned?
No. I'm just listening to him. It makes me see President Mahama as a failed president, somebody who has been assemblyman, MP. He has gone through all of it. He has been so. He wanted to work for his people, and he sat down for people to chop the SADA money. He sat down and watched them to chop the money. He wanted to serve his people, lived in the north, what. He sat down for people to say they were going to grow trees, and they chopped the money. This is the man who has gone through and has been mentored. Who mentored him to become president and sit down and let people go to Brazil and come and tell him that they bought kenke for $20 and he's still okay with them? Who mentored him? His mentor will be very disappointed if he was mentored, like Abeiku is saying, that he was mentored and he became president and he's done all the infrastructure and he's moved your debt from 4 billion to 90 billion. We're going to hit 110 billion soon. And he was mentored by who?
Can I?
Oh, I didn't.
Hang on a second.
Some allegations. And,
so hang on a second.
You have to
hang on a second.
Hold your peace.
So, but what? But
you wait first to go before.
No, but he's making allegations.
Unfortunately,
against the president.
Unfortunately,
against the president.
So the president.
So what are the attributes?
Allegation against the president or certain individuals.
What are the attributes of
NDC people?
What are the attributes of Nana Akufo-Addo for which people must vote?
Let me say this before I go on. The people who don't have a point to make don't want you to make your point. Because you see, I allowed Abeiku to say all the good things about President Mahama and he's done this. So you have to allow me. It doesn't matter.
I never attacked Nanado until you attacked my president.
Okay.
I never attacked Nanado.
So A+, tell me why
The people
Tell Abeiku
Yes.
why he should vote for Nana Akufo-Addo. What are the positive attributes of Nana Akufo-Addo?
But will I have the chance to rebut his allegations against my president?
Even though you didn't talk about Nana Akufo-Addo, you are talking about somebody who is unifying what? Where is Nana Akufo-Addo at my rallies? Has John Mahama been able to bring her into the NDC? She is the wife of the person who founded the party. Where is she? Has your founder been on any of President Mahama's campaigns? Where is your founder? Where is his wife? The person who founded your party's wife has left and formed another party, and you were talking about unity in the NDC.
Okay, so you are doing propaganda.
No,
question. I'm not the host.
Just hang on a second. Hang on a second. Just hang on a second.
About your
okay.
A
plus. So tell us.
So now let me
tell Abeiku why he should. Why? What are the positive attributes
when I have a lot of
arsenals
to fire against your candidate?
For which he should vote for Nana Akufo-Addo.
Then don't attack my candidate.
No, easy. Abeiku is not a politician.
You are attacking my candidate.
I'm surprised.
If I also rebut, you were here in 1995. When your candidate demonstrated against the introduction of value-added tax,
and your candidate walked out of parliament.
So far, demonstrated not told us anything.
Your candidate,
when he allows me, I'll do
he's
that.
going to reduce taxes. When indeed he has been dishonest.
I'll handle it. I'll take care of it.
Your candidate is also a dishonest person.
Let me make.
When he lies to
I'll take care of it.
Let me make my point. I agreed. I think yesterday when we spoke.
No.
I mentioned to you
A plus. Can we
that
hear?
if
When
you were ready, I'm here.
I am out of it.
Prof. Sure. Okay. So A plus, you haven't told us anything positive about Nana Akufo-Addo. Are you ready to do that now?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that Nana Akufo-Addo is like Donald Trump, where people have told lies about him. People have said so many things about Nanado, which are not true. Nanado is this person that I'm voting for because Nanado told me and all the people who are going to vote on Wednesday that we are going to end an era where we wait for God to give us rain to grow crops. Nanado is telling everybody that. In our agric science books, we have rainy season and dry season. We plant crops during rainy season and dry season. We wait for God to give us rain. When it rains, let's store the water. And these people will tell you that in my village there is no stream. How can we make a dam? It's not Akosombo Dam. We are going to produce crops all year round so that we can build factories in the districts and employ people and give them work to do. You were sitting in a constituency, you have 30,000, 40,000 people voting for one man who goes to parliament and is given $120,000 VA to drive around. What happens to the people who voted for this man? What happens to that farming community? Can't they get a dam in that village? Can't they get tractors? Should they still farm with hoe and cutlass in 2016, 2017? Nanado is telling you that we are going to put an end to this. We are going to put an end to the time when we relied on God to give us rain to grow crops. When you travel from here to Aflawo, there are two major things that you see. It's either water or bare land. And the people there are hungry. The time has come when we are not going to sit down and let Abeiku Santana come and tell us that he has done infrastructure. What happened? Why did MPP get out of power in 2008? What didn't they do? Which kind of infrastructure didn't they do? Even the ones that they did, you came to destroy. You say you don't have money to do NHIS. You had so much money to put your face on buses. You don't have money to do so. You have so much money to...
NDC destroyed infrastructure.
Oh, no.
I mean,
No. You have to listen carefully. No, you have to listen carefully.
I mean, you
don't have money to do... You don't have money. You don't have money.
I'll come to you.
You don't have money.
He's lying. He's lying.
Yes.
Speak the truth. Okay.
No, I'm not here to say what makes you happy.
Okay.
I'm here to share my opinion.
Then speak the truth.
No. So I'm talking to the I'm talking to the people of Ghana, and I'm talking to the moderator. In fact, it is something that I know NDC guys.
Just carry
very
on.
well, which I don't have a problem with. In fact, we are voting for a leader who is not corrupt. Somebody who won't carry a bag full of 500,000 to go and bribe somebody. And I'm putting it to you, Abeiku, that According to Bugri Nabu, your so-called president carry a bag full of money to go and bribe him. So if you have a problem, go and ask Bugri Nabu.
Are you saying I should also come out with allegations against Nanado?
You can say whatever you want. No, there are so many things that have been said about Nanado.
No. So now I'll also come out.
Okay. Right. All right. So that's it. And Abeiku, I'll give you a minute.
Okay.
To rebut, but as courteously as you can.
I will not go dirty as he did, but he must state the facts.
You have already spent 10 seconds.
You were here, sir, David. You were here when Nanado Kwaku formed a pressure group called Alliance for Change, and their main objective was to put pressure on government to abolish the introduction of a new tax called value-added tax in 1995. He tore this country from Accra, Kumi Preku, Koforidua, Shemi Preku, Tamale, Riemi Preku, all against value-added tax, a policy. And if you know governance, how does a state generate revenue when you don't want to tax people? This is the man who demonstrated, together with Dr. Charles Rekubrebe, Akoto Ampa, Victor Newman, and the rest. I saw it because because I completed secondary school and I was following events there. Now, 6 years down the line, this same person became the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, and the whole law was under his armpit, and his party had majority in Parliament. Now, the very policy that you said it was obnoxious, that was killing people, you did not even abolish it. You increased it from 12.5%, and as at the time they were leaving office, the VAT was 17.5%. And this is the person who is going around telling Ghanaians that when I come, I'll reduce taxes. Where is his integrity?
Do I have a?
Okay.
I think it's the same. It's the
Go
same
and
way.
check the integrity of your candidate
same way.
before you come and make
the same way.
Okay. Your candidate has lied. Okay. People died because they believed in his cause. So people died. People died. Okay. So if for nothing at all, he should have sacrificed and make sure that his government will abolish the VAT.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
What happens? Mr. Moderator, do I have a minute? A minute. Yes.
But calm.
Yes, as possible. No, in fact, I don't even have to.
So just wait a minute, and I'll come to David and Prof to wrap it up.
I don't even have to scream.
I'm stating the
to get under his skin.
I'm stating the fact.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Abeiku is here talking about 1990.
Talk to me.
He has forgotten that just in 2008, his president, the one that mentored the one that is there now, went around Ghana telling us
President Mills.
Yes, and the NDC.
Our president.
Yes, and the NDC,
as is the
with John Mahama, went around Ghana telling people that they were going to Jesus Christ. We don't call him Mr. Jesus. Come on. Forget about all these titles. Went around Ghana telling people that they were going to reduce fuel drastically. Today you are talking about what happened in 1995 when your NDC party went about telling people how drastically they were going to reduce fuel.
But he didn't say we're going to share fuel free.
He didn't say we're going to share power.
Then they came, reduce it.
And then they came to power.
Whichever margin it was reduced.
When Abeiku is,
it's okay. Carry
and then they came to power and increased fuel.
Okay.
Right. So don't come here and tell me about Nanado in 1995 when in 2008 you promised to reduce fuel and have increased it. Do you know what fuel price was, and do you know what it is today? Talking about
still saying that when he comes, he will reduce taxes.
Yes,
that is my worry.
Yes.
Okay. No, he's still telling people that he will reduce taxes. When he did say
did you reduce fuel?
Okay.
He did the worst.
I ran out of time.
He has lied. How can we trust him?
I ran out of time. Abeiku, thanks.
What happened?
Thanks, Abeiku. Thanks, Abeiku. Thanks, A+. So, Prof, David, you have the last word, David.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you guys, as I'm listening to you, I'm thinking, wow, Charlie, you are lost in the detail. You are so. It worries me about Ghana now. Everybody's lost in the detail. When you go into the detail this year, that all these things, you get lost. You have to stand aside and look from a distance. Then you can have an opinion that is balanced. If you get too much into the detail, it's hard to see. and it can
When
be
you're too
worrying.
close to the mountain, you can't see
Yeah,
it.
you're so close to the mountain you can't see it. You know, and I listen to them, and I think this is also part of the challenge we have. Somehow they are lost in the. Everybody has the details at their fingertips. You need to step away from that. You know, I mean, we'll have an election next week, and people, I trust the people of Ghana, honestly, that they will make the decision that they think is right.
Okay. Prof.
Well, I think you've violated part of the agreement under which I came here.
I'm guilty like two left legs.
For allowing us to get caught in crossfire.
And so next time when we invite me, I'm not coming. Unless certain conditions are met.
Unless Abeiku Santana is not here.
Right.
You know,
we'll keep Abeiku and
No, Abeiku. No, Prof, it's Abeiku.
At times, we miss the point.
Yeah.
And this is why so-called multi-party systems are very dangerous for us. Because rather than pulling the few resources we have to build a very small country, and let's not fool ourselves that we are a small country. 92,000 square miles, barely 25 million people. Almost half of it under age 18.
More than half, yeah.
Who are considered as dependent population. They earn no income. They are dependent on their parents. Out of this 25 or so million, we have individuals who can be taxed. The taxable population is less than 2 million. We have about 500,000 individuals who work in the civil service, who are consuming more than 60% of our resources. Yet we sit here and behave as if things are equal. And when it comes to discussing national issues, we reduce them to trivialities. And as long as we continue to engage in these kinds of things, we might as well forget development and move on as if we have nothing at stake. The problems of the country are so serious that we cannot afford to engage in such political games.
Very well
Otherwise,
said.
the larger majority of the Ghanaian population is fooled. And it's going to come to a time where they're going to get fed up with this kind of politics.
They're going to come and get all of us.
And get all of us. So let's be serious. Let's look at Ghana as an entity, how we can mobilize resources. And because we don't have the resources and because we need infrastructure, we need to do something to show the world that we are also moving. We keep on borrowing. There is no recourse. I'm thinking of what happens in January next year. How are we going to manage this economy? Where are we going to get the resources to do the kinds of things we do? And there are, of course, thousands and thousands of problems we need to solve. So let's pool our resources. I believe in all the parties coming together. And if I was chairman of the subcommittee of the governance, chairman of the subcommittee on governance that wrote the NDC manifesto. So I get worried when we look at such intractable problems and we want to discuss them the way we are discussing them. These are serious issues. So sitting around the table and counter accusations and whatever, it's not going to help us. Let's get our hands, put our hands to the problems and begin to solve them.
Thank you, Professor Kwaku Danso-Boafo. Abeiku Santana, David Ampofo, A+. I'm Kwaku Sechiadu. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.
The Lounge, proudly brought to you by Johnny Walker. Keep walking.